What would Europe look like today if the Vikings had never set sail? Would England, Ireland, and France have formed their mighty kingdoms without the fear of these seafaring warriors? And why did the sight of a longship strike terror into the hearts of so many? Welcome to Epic Time Journeys. Today we embark on a voyage through time to explore how the Viking invasions forever altered the landscape of Europe, shaping the nations we know today. The year is 793 AD. A quiet island off the coast of England, Lindisfarne, is about to experience terror as Viking longships appear on the horizon. This raid marks the beginning of an era of fear, bloodshed, and transformation. For the next 300 years, Viking raiders would attack monasteries, towns, and villages across England, seeking plunder and glory. These raids weren't just random acts of violence. The Vikings were skilled warriors, but they were also pragmatic. They knew where the wealth was, monasteries full of silver, gold, and valuable manuscripts. As these attacks continued, English rulers began to unite, leading to the formation of stronger kingdoms, including the foundations of what would eventually become the Kingdom of England under King Alfred the Great. King Alfred managed to repel the Vikings, but not without leaving a permanent mark on English society. Many Vikings settled in England, particularly in the north, leaving a lasting influence on language, law, and culture. England wasn't the only target. The Vikings also turned their eyes to Ireland and France. In Ireland, monasteries were again frequent targets, but Viking settlements soon began to appear, with Dublin becoming one of their most prominent strongholds. Dublin became a thriving trade hub, connecting the Viking world with the rest of Europe and beyond. But as in England, the Viking invasions in Ireland sparked the rise of powerful native rulers determined to resist them, forever altering the political landscape. In France, the mighty city of Paris faced its own Viking siege in 845. Led by Ragnar Lothbrok, the Vikings sailed up the Seine River and plundered the city, forcing the French king to pay them an enormous ransom. This and other raids weakened the Frankish Empire, but the Vikings didn't just leave destruction in their wake. In 911, the French king offered land to the Viking leader, Rollo, creating the Duchy of Normandy, a name derived from the Norsemen themselves. Normandy would go on to play a crucial role in European history, with the descendants of these Vikings eventually crossing the English Channel and conquering England in 1066 during the Norman conquest. But how did these warriors travel such vast distances with precision and power? The answer lies in their ships. Viking longships were designed for speed and agility, with shallow drafts that allowed them to sail up rivers as easily as they crossed oceans. These longships enabled the Vikings to strike anywhere along the European coast, surprise inland settlements, and disappear before reinforcements could arrive. Their mastery of the sea allowed them to explore and settle, not just in England, Ireland, and France, but as far as Iceland, Greenland, and even North America. The legacy of the Viking invasions is still with us today. They not only terrorized Europe, but also laid the foundations for future nations. From the formation of England to the rise of Normandy, the Viking Age reshaped Europe in ways that still resonate. So, the next time you look at a map of Europe, remember it was the roar of Viking longships and the strength of their warriors that helped carve it into what it is today. Thank you for joining us on this voyage through history. If you enjoyed this journey into the Viking Age, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more epic time journeys.